Floyd Mayweather refuses to acknowledge the fact that he put his hands on a woman. He's an undefeated champion and a woman beater. Now I'll say it again. He's an undefeated champion and a woman beater.
Floyd Mayweather is no stranger to the headlines, but this time it's not his boxing skills or lavish lifestyle making news. It's his personal life again. Recently, Mayweather was arrested after an alleged altercation with his girlfriend. However, his words on the incident have caused even more heated reactions from his fans.
They're looking good right here. But yeah, Floyd wanted to have a baby with her. I don't know what happened. Well, they broke up now, but Floyd had a taste of the snow bunny right here. But you know Floyd gonna beat him. Floyd ain't finna marry no chick, man. I don't know why they think. I don't know what Floyd telling these women.
This is not the first time Mayweather has been accused of beating up a woman. However, Mayweather, ever confident, brushed it off in his first statement since the arrest. He dismissed the allegations outright, claiming, "Like I always say, women will always be women. I didn't do nothing to anyone. I respect women."
Like everything ain't for everybody. What's for you may not be for me. And if any woman's gonna be in my life, they gotta love me for who I am. Because we got a bond,
Floyd Mayweather sees the latest controversy in his life as just another example of people trying to bring him down. In his mind, it's a familiar narrative that he's grown used to over the years. He's often painted as the villain, and for him, this situation is no different. "They always want to make me the bad guy," he said, an idea that he carries into almost every personal challenge. To Mayweather, it's less about what actually happened and more about how others are waiting for the chance to drag his name through the mud. Who lies more? Who was the bigger hoe before you got together? Who's classier? Mayweather is convinced that this is simply an exaggerated issue that comes with the territory of being rich and famous. "When you're on top, everyone wants to see you fall," he said. And this belief fuels his perception of the current accusations. In his eyes, the spotlight doesn't shine on his accomplishments or philanthropy, but instead on the moments where people can point fingers. He feels that being in the public eye means that every personal dispute is magnified and turned into a spectacle. And for someone as wealthy and successful as Mayweather, that scrutiny is constant. "I would rather be with a woman that I trust over a woman that I love. We have people that we love." He's quick to remind everyone that he's been through this before. "People love to bring up my past," he said. "They don't want to talk about the good I do." He refers to the countless legal battles, controversies, and accusations he's faced throughout his career, believing that the media and public often ignore his charity work and focus instead on the negative. To him, this incident is just another bump in the road, something that comes with the territory of being a global superstar.
So Andrew Jackson, of course, is on the 20. Benjamin Franklin right here, you know, Money Man.
He doesn't see it as a reflection of who he is, but rather as another obstacle to overcome. Mayweather has always maintained that he respects women. His focus, however, remains on how he feels continuously targeted. It's not about the allegations themselves. In his mind, it's about people trying to tear down what he's built.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, limited edition AP, all factory, 1.8 million right here. The $20 bills section.
Mayweather's recent arrest follows a troubling history of violence involving women. His relationships have often been stormy, and this isn't the first time his actions have led to legal consequences. He's been accused of domestic violence before, with cases stretching back for years. Yet he continues to defend himself, framing the situation as either a misunderstanding or an effort to tarnish his image. Amidst all this, another legal storm is brewing. Mayweather is also facing a lawsuit filed by Leonard Sulov, an online jeweler, who claims that the boxer owes him nearly $4 million for luxury jewelry that was never fully paid for. The lawsuit details a 3-year battle over high-end watches and jewelry, including brands like Audemars Piguet, Richard Mille, and Patek Philippe. Sulov says the deal was made during a meeting in Miami Beach in June 2021, where Mayweather paid $267K in cash upfront, but never followed through with the rest of the payment, leaving an outstanding balance of $3.8 million.
I need you guys to go check it out. Now, when I travel, I like to take 7 watches, 7 Ivy & Co watches. Now, I know in the past, I talked about 30 watches, 40 watches, but now it's all about the Hue collection and these 3 watches. Avi & Co. Let's go.
Sulov isn't just accusing Mayweather of skipping out on the bill. He's also claiming that Mayweather and his company TMT were involved in a fraudulent scheme, violating the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act. The lawsuit even names rapper TAA as a co-defendant, accusing him of agreeing to buy a $779K Rolex and failing to pay for it. Sulov alleges that Mayweather and his associates have been running a sort of scam involving luxury watches and jewelry, offering upfront cash payments with no intention of settling the full amount. Mayweather's reputation for living lavishly is no secret, and his love for expensive jewelry has often been part of his public image. But this isn't the first time he's been sued over unpaid jewelry. Back in 2016, a Las Vegas jewelry company sued him for owing $1.4 million on a $3 million diamond-encrusted necklace. Then, in 2019, a heated altercation with another jeweler in downtown Miami led to police being called, although Mayweather left before they arrived. These incidents are piling up, creating a pattern of legal disputes surrounding his extravagant lifestyle.
You know what's crazy? People are always in my fucking business, worried about what I'm doing, what Floyd is doing, what Floyd ain't doing, what I do.
But for many, the jewelry lawsuits pale in comparison to the domestic violence allegations. Mayweather's legal troubles involving women are more serious and potentially damaging to his legacy. His repeated dismissal of these accusations as attempts to ruin his reputation raises questions about how he truly views his own behavior. Is he simply out of touch with the reality of his actions? Or does he genuinely believe that he's being unfairly targeted?
Money made, that's all I do is get money. Today is a rose gold day, as you can see. Arnold Schwarzenegger, limited edition.
It's a complex issue, especially when you consider how Mayweather has navigated his life and career. He's been at the top of the boxing world for decades, undefeated and wealthy beyond imagination. Yet outside the ring, his life is filled with controversy, legal battles, and accusations of violence. His view that women can be both a source of support and destruction speaks volumes about how he approaches relationships, and it raises the question of whether he feels he's untouchable. Floyd Mayweather has always been in the public eye, not just for his boxing career, but also for his personal life. His romantic relationships, in particular, have drawn a lot of attention, often for the wrong reasons. One of the biggest events that grabbed headlines involved his relationship with Anna Monroe, a dancer at his own strip club Girl Collection, located in Las Vegas. This wasn't just a casual fling, as sources close to Monroe revealed that Mayweather intended to have a child with her, raising many eyebrows in the process.
You know what, I didn't testify against Floyd, and that wasn't Floyd and I's first, dispute. And it wasn't his first domestic dispute with just me. So
Floyd has a history of it.
He has a history, his father has a history of it. No judgment on my side, people.
According to the people close to the situation say, Monroe had been involved with Mayweather on and off for quite some time. Their relationship seemed to move at Mayweather's discretion, with him deciding when things would progress or cool off. They have been seeing each other on and off for a while. Whenever Floyd decides, a family friend shared, explaining the nature of their unpredictable romance. The big revelation came when Mayweather reportedly told Monroe that he wanted to have another child, not just with anyone, but specifically with Monroe. Now, Floyd wants another child, and he only wants Anna to be the mother. The insider added,
Longer than 50 Cent has. So, to see things like that was hurtful, but not so much for me, but just for my children, because it becomes insensitive. It's very insensitive. My son had to run out to go get help, and thank God.
However, not everyone was thrilled about this development. Monroe's family, in particular, was deeply concerned about her relationship with Mayweather, largely due to his troubling history with women. His past is riddled with domestic violence accusations, a fact that wasn't lost on Monroe's loved ones. No one is taking the news well, the source revealed, reflecting the unease within Anna's circle. Everyone knows Floyd Mayweather beat his other girlfriend up. Her dad is worried sick, but Floyd just reels them in with money. Mayweather's history with women is as controversial as his boxing career is legendary. His violent behavior towards his past partners has led to serious consequences, both legally and personally. One of the most notable incidents involved his ex-girlfriend, Josie Harris, with whom he shared 3 children. The relationship between Mayweather and Harris was filled with ups and downs, But the most disturbing episode took place in 2010 when Mayweather physically assaulted her in front of their children. This attack led to Mayweather serving 2 months of a 3-month prison sentence in 2012. The details of the assault were chilling. Harris, in an unpublished book, described how the event unfolded. She recalled being asleep when Mayweather burst into her home and began dragging her around the room by her hair. She wrote how he treated her like a rag doll as he repeatedly punched her in the head, all the while shouting, "I'll fucking kill you." What made the situation even more horrifying was that their children, Jira, Zion, and Kaun, witnessed the entire event. Harris remembered hearing her own screams and the cries of her children begging Mayweather to stop. In the middle of the chaos, it was their son Corin, then just 10 years old, who managed to escape the house. He jumped over a fence and ran to get help from security, who immediately called the police. By the time they arrived, Mayweather had already fled the scene in his car, leaving behind a trail of fear and pain for his family. The incident, Harris later wrote, was not an isolated one. He had hit me before, and I had been violent toward him in our relationship, she admitted in her account of the event. But this particular attack, she said, marked a turning point for me. I knew this had to be the last beatdown. She wrote, recognizing that it was time to leave the abusive relationship once and for all. Josie Harris and Mayweather's relationship had started years earlier, in 1995, when Harris was just 16 years old and Mayweather, then 19, was already making his mark in the boxing world. They met at a bowling alley in Las Vegas, and their relationship quickly blossomed. Over time, they had 3 children together. But the love story was anything but smooth. Harris later revealed in a 2014 interview that she had been physically abused by Mayweather on at least 6 different occasions. Despite the accusations and legal consequences, Mayweather refused to fully accept responsibility for his actions. In an interview with Katie Couric, Mayweather tried to downplay the incident. "Did I restrain a woman that was on substances?" "Yes, I did," he said, offering his version of events. He added, "So if they say that's domestic violence, then you know what? I'm guilty. I'm guilty of restraining someone." His comments suggested that he believed his actions were justified because of Harris's alleged substance use, although this claim was never proven. Harris, for her part, filed a $20 million lawsuit against Mayweather for defamation after his comments about her supposed substance use. She was determined to clear her name and hold him accountable. Unfortunately, Harris never got the chance to see the outcome of that lawsuit. Later, she was found dead in her car outside her home in Valencia, California, at the age of 40. One of her children discovered her lifeless body.
Underway after the mother of boxer Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s children was found dead. Josie Harris was discovered on Tuesday night inside a vehicle in a driveway at a home in Valencia, California. That is according to the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department.
Initially, no signs of substances or suicide were found, and it took some time before the coroner concluded that she had died accidentally from mixed substance toxicity. Her death shocked many, including Mayweather himself. Despite their tumultuous history, Mayweather took to social media shortly after her death, posting several photos of Harris and expressing his grief. In one post, he referred to her as "my angel," while in another, he called her "my heart, my love, and my sunshine." The series of posts made it clear that Harris had a special place in his heart, even if their relationship had been marred by violence and pain. Later, during an interview on Hollywood Unlocked with Jason Lee Uncensored, Mayweather opened up about his feelings regarding Harris's death. "I gotta take my time when I talk about this," Mayweather said, visibly emotional. "Everything I asked for in life, any and everything I thought about in life, I got. And I'll say this every day just for her to come back. I'll give it all, man." He went on to describe the grief he felt, saying, "It's tough every day. I think about it. It's tough. It's very, very touchy." His words painted a picture of a man who, despite his immense wealth and success, was grappling with the loss of someone who had been a significant part of his life. Mayweather's relationships, particularly his violent encounters with women, have always cast a dark shadow over his career. He remains one of the wealthiest athletes in history, with a net worth that has surpassed $1 billion. But with all that wealth and success, it often seemed as though Mayweather was untouchable. His riches had a way of protecting him, whether from legal consequences or from the scrutiny of the public. As Anna Monroe's family suggested, Mayweather's money could reel people in and keep them close, even when his past was full of painful and damaging actions.
Bro, Mayweather said this is his best year. Mayweather said, "I'm the king. When I get up on the table,
Even before his relationship with Josie Harris, Floyd Mayweather had already been involved in incidents of violence against women. In 2001, Mayweather was reported to have punched Melissa Brim, the mother of his daughter, Anna, during an argument at a shopping center in Las Vegas. The altercation took place in public, showcasing the tension that existed between them. As a result, Mayweather pleaded guilty to 2 counts of battery against Brim and received a suspended sentence. In 2002, the court's decision, according to the Las Vegas Review-Journal, meant he avoided jail time. At that point, just a year later, in 2003, Mayweather found himself in trouble again, this time involving Josie Harris. He was accused of assaulting 2 of Harris's female friends during an altercation at a nightclub. Reports stated that Mayweather not only punched them, but also chased the women out of the venue after the attack. This incident led to another suspended sentence for Mayweather on 2 counts of battery. Despite being ordered to attend impulse control counseling, the charges were later dismissed. According to sources, the dismissal came after negotiations, allowing Mayweather to once again avoid more severe consequences for his actions. However, Mayweather's legal troubles with Harris were not over. In 2005, a serious incident escalated their already rocky relationship when Mayweather was put on trial for felony battery.
With people on my team, you know, the same thing happens in relationship. It's called divide and conquer. And that happens every day in life. You know, I don't have nothing negative to say about it. You know.
Despite the string of incidents and a public record that showcased a pattern of violence towards women, Mayweather continued to be linked to various partners over the years. His high-profile relationships continued to make headlines, often with drama and controversy following close behind. However, Mayweather didn't let her legal actions go unanswered. He responded by suing Jackson, accusing her of using his credit cards without permission and stealing money from him. His counterclaims also included accusations that Jackson had secretly recorded their phone calls, further escalating the legal battle between the former couple. The concerns didn't end there. Monroe's father also tried to intervene, warning her about the potential dangers of being with Mayweather. He attempted to open her eyes to the reality of the situation, explaining that Mayweather's history with women could put her in harm's way. However, Monroe seemed unable to grasp the full gravity of the situation. The family friend observed that Monroe was deeply in love with Mayweather to the point that she appeared blind to his past actions. The friend went on to describe her mental state, saying, "It's almost like she's been brainwashed." This statement reflected the emotional hold Mayweather appeared to have on Monroe. Despite the red flags, it also mirrored the pattern of his previous relationships, where control and manipulation were alleged by women close to him. Throughout his personal life, Mayweather's charm and wealth seemed to overshadow the troubling allegations that surfaced time and time again. Women who entered into relationships with him often found themselves in the middle of intense emotional and legal battles, raising questions about the real cost of being involved with someone like Mayweather. Mayweather continues to fight his battles in court, whether it's paying for luxury jewelry or defending himself against accusations of domestic violence. The world watches closely. For someone who's built a brand around being unbeatable, it seems like the struggles he faces now are the kind that can't be won in the ring. Whether he acknowledges it or not, these allegations and lawsuits are more than just attempts to bring him down. They show a troubling pattern in his life, one that could ultimately shape his legacy in ways even he can't control. Well, what do you think? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates. See you next time.